Did you know that nearly 2 million trees are cut down daily to meet global toilet paper demand? Or that meat consumption is responsible for releasing greenhouse gases? And get this, one recycled aluminum can save enough energy to light a bulb for 20 hours. Indeed, learning more about the environment and the impact our lifestyles are having on the world is an enriching, though somewhat troubling experience. Meanwhile, our beleaguered planet is slowly spinning out of control. So, what are the facts? Munching on methane. Cattle have a detrimental effect on the environment. Ruminant livestock can each expel anywhere between 90 and 180 kilograms, 200 to 400 pounds, of methane per day, levels that are 20 times more powerful than carbon dioxide gas. Tapping the water supply. Despite the Earth appearing like it has abundant water, less than 1% is available to humans. The rest is either salt water found in the oceans, fresh water, 2% frozen in the polar ice caps, or too inaccessible for practical use. Water world. Roughly 71% of the Earth's surface is water covered, with the oceans holding about 95% of all the planet's water. Interestingly, thanks to the water cycle, the amount of water is constant and recycled throughout, moving from one place to another and from one form to another. Dead as a dodo. More than 99% of the 4 billion species that have evolved on Earth are now gone. Furthermore, at least 900 species have become extinct in the last 5 centuries. Air pollution death toll on par with smoking. According to a 2019 report published in The Lancet Planetary Health, air pollution is responsible for around 9 million premature deaths each year, or 1 in 6 globally, and the figure is increasing. That puts its toll on par with smoking. Can-do attitude. Aluminum is 100% recyclable. It recycles forever. And get this, one recycled aluminum could save enough energy to light a bulb for 20 hours, run a computer for 3 hours, or a TV for 2 hours. Through the mill. There is a limit to how often paper can be recycled, in fact 5 or 6 times, on average. To produce each week's Sunday papers in the United States means the felling of 500,000 trees. Recycling a single run of the Sunday New York Times would save 75,000 trees, for example. Wipeout. Nearly 2 million trees are cut down daily to meet global toilet paper demand. This industrial-scale felling to keep the world wiping highlights an often overlooked contributor to deforestation. Bats are not blind. Did you know there are over 1,400 species of bats worldwide? And did you also know that none are blind? It's a common misconception, but the reality is that these flying mammals have small eyes with very sensitive vision. When hunting in the dark, they rely on what's known as echolocation, meaning they use echoes of self-produced sounds bouncing off objects to help them navigate and home in on prey. Trunk calls. So while humans and chimps share a surprising 98.8% of their DNA, it is in fact the elephant that we have so much more in common with. Similar traits include possessing a sense of self, demonstrating empathy, and knowing how important family is. These gentle giants also understand teamwork, will comfort upset friends, and can suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Does all this sound familiar? A scoop for poop. Sperm whales do their bit for the environment too, and that their poop acts as a fertilizer that increases phytoplankton growth, leading to a more productive ecosystem and enhanced atmospheric carbon dioxide removal. Fungi, the original eco-warriors. Fungi, of which there are about 100,000 species, play an essential role in managing the environment. Some fungi facilitate organic matter decomposition and nutrient cycling. In fact, fungi and other plants are eco-friendly champions, performing a process called soil carbon sequestration, capturing carbon from the atmosphere and storing it into the soil for decades, if not hundreds of years. The power of earthquakes. The tectonic plates that make up the Earth's crust are moving constantly. When the stress on the edge overcomes the friction, there is an earthquake that releases energy in waves that travel through the crust and cause the shaking and vibration that we feel. The 1960 Valdivia earthquake in Chile is the most powerful quake recorded to date, measuring a frightening 9.4 to 9.6 on the moment magnitude scale. Bottled water. As much as 64% of bottled water is in fact tap water, according to EcoWatch. Recycled glass. Getting heavier all the time means we have left the ants behind and are now placing a heavier toll than ever on the planet.